into themselves and that alone in their environment. Don't go out, even if you are going out with your friends.
To their reality.
Yes, you understand. Even if you want to go out, and I saw a survey some time ago, or a statistic, or this
finding
that men should go out at least 3 times a week. You understand? It improves our mental health. As men, we go through a lot, but and I mean, we understand women sometimes for companionship's sake you have to be around and all of that. But actually, once in a while, let them go.
But I actually agree with letting a man do him. Right?
Yeah.
Because you also have a life.
Yeah.
Like for me, I have a lot of cases to be reading.
Charlie, once in a while,
are you doing?
Charlie, you and boys, go and have fun.
Yeah.
I feel certain things are born out of mistrust. But why would you want to be with somebody you don't trust in the first place?
I mean, and as a woman, if you are too busy, I don't think these things will bother you.
Yeah.
If you're busy.
Why would you be with somebody you don't trust? That's the first question. So if every relationship,
are you saying that if I don't trust someone, if I'm with someone and we're looking at a future together,
mostly that is born out of mistrust.
But if I don't trust the person, I shouldn't even foster the relationship at all.
No, because trust is like essential. Trust is even important than love, if you ask me. To trust that this person won't do this, or to trust that this person won't leave me in my time of need and all of that. That's like so vital for me. So if you don't trust the person, what's the point?
Absolutely. Relationship 101 here on Good Morning Africa with Bless Absolutely an insightful moments. But we are behind time because the newspaper review segment is, it's almost time for the newspaper review segment. And so let us run you through our selected newspaper this morning. What do we have?
Well, so there are a lot of newspapers, but would display them on the screens. Frank would be displaying the papers on the screen. And I mean, shout out to Frank, by the way.
Yeah,
Frank is the one who leads MCR. Whatever you see on the screen, it goes through him. So special shout outs to Frank, special shouts to TT.
For always miking us. Yes. And making sure that we always have Mont natural mineral water. So what hydrates us on the show, and we are very much grateful for all the efforts they put in coming together to put up a good show. Yeah.
Thank you, Frank, TT, and
also
Theophilus.
Yes.
To you guys, always holding us down. Sometimes you be messing up. That one to say when you mess up.
Yeah, the reason why we are late. Now the reason why we are late today, that one we won't even hide it.
When you mess up, sometimes you would.
Titi will just like intermittently come here because you see our way. We love you guys, though.
Of course,
we love you guys.
We do.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at the papers to see what's trending. What are we starting with? We can display the papers.
All right, maybe we can just refer to the phones. Yeah.
Okay.
So I have the publisher, the Ghanaian publisher here. It says states capture, list of states lands Mahama sold to cronies. By the way, did you see the trending video of the NDC, National Democratic Congress, deputy communicator, actually shaming Honorable Chinia, is that his name?
Yeah.
After accusing Mahama of buying state lands and stating categorically that buying state land is a crime. Now he, after being shamed and after all those revelations of he also being corrupt, he now, switches his position to say that
it's not wrong to buy state land.
It's not wrong to buy state land. Buy state land isn't a crime.
I've not seen the video.
You haven't? Wait, please, I'm going to send it to you. It's such a captivating moment.
I've not seen the video, but the for the large part of last Friday, I was with Chairman Bernard Mona, who is aspiring to be the flag bearer of the People's National Congress. I was with him like the whole of the day.
Yeah, he was on the show as well.
And he was on the show.
Third guest
he was on the show, and he was being bombarded, even when I was with him,
Yeah.
he was being bombarded with calls from, of course, persons in that enclave and all of that, with regards to what transpired on the show. And then, so he was narrating it, and I could hear every bit of. It was there I got to know what had transpired on the show. I mean, it's shocking.
I mean, there were preceding events to this, so it was. Based on that, the NDC deputy communicator, that's what he leveraged on.
Yeah.
But I think I felt very bad for the honorable.
And he was getting files. So interestingly, what I've heard is that while on the show, when he brought that up, that your government, you guys sold lands and blah, blah, okay, is this where you want to go?
That's where you're going.
Right. Your radio station, where your radio station is
government
at
land.
Tumu is government land. Where your filling station is in Wa is government land. And
apparently, your brother and your driver took a government contract to fix a certain road, and they couldn't, fulfill that.
And the revelations were coming.
That duty.
Some of the parcels of land that he purchased, he actually made somebody buy it. One UDS lecturer buy it, and he got it from him. And that's what people do, actually.
Vicarious purchasing. All right, let's move on to still the Ghanaian publisher. It says ECOWAS Parliament meets in Winneba again. Also, Akufo-Addo approves local governance university. Akufo-Addo condemns Brad Diaz's role in Africa's development. Badia's role in African development, I beg your pardon. Divert salaries of irresponsible parents to wards. How are we going to know they are irresponsible anyway? Anyway, that's all for today's front page of the Ghanaian publisher.
Now onto the Meridian newspaper. Baumia's proposed tax system ideal for Ghana's economy. Dr. Bano affirms, stop interfering in our traditional matters. Damango chiefs caution Abu Jinapo. Ghana increases export of petroleum products to neighboring countries, and these are the stories on the front page of the Meridian newspaper.
Now, moving on to the Daily Graphic, we'll protest your ballot. Mahama affirms Parliament passes Ghana Civil Aviation Bill. Also, EC will be fair. Chairperson assures 2024 elections stakeholders. And very interesting, one story that has made the news over the weekend, Joe Biden withdraws from U.S. presidential race.
Yes.
Do you think he should have?
Yes, I feel that this is, a step in the right direction. For me, I think that there was some form of incipient suspicion, okay, that this was going to happen in the beginning, especially after I'd seen him with some of his interviews and how he sounded incoherent, if I should put it that way. And sometimes you'll be climbing the how do you call the stairs when you're about to, when you are getting on a plane? That's stairs, I don't know. The tarmac. And he trips. Like, you could see that
he wasn't healthy.
I mean, he wasn't strong. It was clearly visible that he wasn't strong. So I had that form of...
Sometimes you could see when he's giving a speech and there's an up-close shot of him, there are twitches in his eyes, even his lips.
In his lips.
They were so obvious and glaring.
Yes. So there was that form of inchoate suspicion that he wouldn't run. Yeah. But he was adamant. He was adamant. And what I mean, for me, the straw that broke the camel's back was that debate with
Trump.
It massively exposed him. 81 years old, and even if
our president this morning while we're talking about it off air, so actually our president is also 81 years old. So
but he
he's fit.
Yes,
black don't crack.
Our president is fit. He looks fit for me. But Joe Biden, no. So I think it's a great decision he's taken. Except that it has come late in the day. Yesterday I was listening. I actually for like 2 hours I was following. I was watching live on YouTube. I understand that Kamala Harris, his vice president.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. Who do you think is the best replacement for him?
That for me is the obvious choice. And Joe
president.
Biden himself has given his blessing to Kamala to, you know, contest in his stead. Now the question is, who would Kamala choose to be her vice?
Maybe Michelle Obama.
I don't think so.
I've heard word on the street.
Yes, but I don't think so.
No, personally, she is, you know, a bit.
I don't think that for. I don't think that the Democrats Party would want to present an all-female ticket. That for me, without any form of gender you know, bias and everything, whatever. But I don't think that they're going to present two women to be on that ticket.
But also with Michelle Obama, we also have to ask the question of whether or not constitutionally she is permitted to run for president or vice president, given the fact that she was a first lady. And you know, is like
I don't think
an ex-official.
I don't know the American Constitution, but I don't think it will prevent her from running, because there have been conversations about that. And interestingly, I hear also that Barack Obama, former U.S. president, has also played a role in the decision of Biden to
step down.
Yeah, to step down.
But he was supporting Biden all along.
He wasn't in support of his re-election.
His re-election,
yes,
okay.
He has not been in support of his re-election, especially based on those
his
grounds,
health conditions,
on health grounds. So he I hear, masterminded that, and if everything I heard from CBS News and the other United States news portals are anything to go by, then Biden is unhappy with him.
But why are you being on? I think it's for his good, right?
It's for his good. Biden is sternly unhappy with him. And also, it is instructive to know, yesterday Barack Obama released a statement and did not state in his statement that he is endorsing Kamala Harris. So he has heaped praises on Joe Biden and what all he's been able to achieve and all of that. But people are looking at the fact that he did not say that he feels or he thinks or he believes that Kamala Harris would be a great, you know, standard bearer of the Democrat Party. So that also. But for now, nobody has come out to say that they are in opposition to Kamala Harris's candidature. Nobody has come out to say that. So a lot of people have also come out to support Biden's stance on Kamala Harris. As to whether or not any other people from the from Congress in the Democrat Party would come out and say that, look, I want to run on the ticket of the Democrat Party, so there should be an internal election and all of that. Nobody has come out to do that. I don't know if that's going to happen.
I mean, if we're talking about age and some of the health crisis, you know, having to be old at 80 years, you know, comes with, I mean, getting to that age is, you know, it's a blessing sort of, but it comes with its own concomitant issues. Now, when it comes to leadership, right?
Yeah.
Don't you think that we should promote, you know, fresh blood in gunning for those leadership positions?
I mean, we're having that conversation even before the show started.
Like a leader who can relate to the plight of this generation, right?
I perfectly do agree with you that it's high time we had leaders who understood the exigencies of time, especially of today, where we know that we are living in a different generation altogether. Things that happened, or the zeitgeist of, say, the 19th century is not the same of today.
Absolutely.
We are living, I mean, we are living in a completely different world.
Era, yeah.
30 years ago, nobody knew, or nobody knew that we could carry mobile phones in our pockets. Just as recent as 30 years ago. So a lot is changing, and of course, I do agree with you that it's time that I think
young people should be given the chance.
Yes, young people should be given the chance.
Shouldn't fear. I mean, if you have good plans and intentions for a community or a society or a nation at large that you intend to lead, please put your best foot forward, because I believe that when we have the fresh blood and the young people, they really understand, you know, the system and how time is operating, you know. It fits in that purpose perfectly well. Yeah. So, basically.
Right. We'll do two more papers. Our time is up. So we'll do two more papers, then we are done. Two more papers. Let's see what paper next we are going to be having on our screens. Yeah, so we have the Daily Graphic. EC.
That has been done. Let's move on to the next newspaper.
Right, we've done the Daily Graphic. Right. The Daily Searchlight says Nigeria minister blows whistle on 40% commission scandal on World Bank loans. So what about Ghana? And also to some more stories on the front page of the Daily Searchlight newspaper. Dr. AGYEKUM to lead African Union's education reforms team. That is according to former Nigerian President Obasanjo. Ghana increases export of petroleum products to neighboring countries. Biden ends campaign. Endorses Vice President Kamala Harris to lead Democrats America. How do you read this?
Kamala,
like,
it's faint.
Hey, Daily Dispatch.
Anyway, let's do the final newspaper, and we're out of here, making way for the newspaper review segment. Now, it's a Daily Guide newspaper. Winneba hosts ECOWAS Parliament. NDC sold Statesland to cronies. Champion Africa education, Obasanjo to AGYEKUM. Credible elections or coup at forcing. SDAs not voting on December 7, says the church. Joe Biden drops out of US race. And here are stories trending on today's edition of the Daily Guide newspaper. That'll be all for the newspaper headline segment. Many thanks to you always for choosing us to bring you the very best. Now, we make way for the newspaper review segment. Bless, what do we expect? Yeah, so over the weekend, or I think on Friday before the weekend, the 12 Atamils Memorial Lecture was held here in Accra. Our very own Comrade Kwesi Prajina was the guest speaker, what an event that was. And so we are going to be looking at that. A biography of the late former president was launched at that event. Honorable Segbefia, who actually plays a pivotal role when it comes to the whole Atamils Memorial thing. He is going to be on the show with us to have further conversations on that. Also, we'll be having Solomon Owusu from the Movement for Change. You know what to expect when Solo is on the show. And then Dr. Marzuk, who is a lecturer at the University of Applied Management, will be with us to have some conversations on a variety of issues. We shall be looking at the current situation in the United States. Then also, we know that the Institute of Economic Affairs, IEA, they have come out to say that there's going to be a debate. Remember, the flag bearer of the NPP has been calling for a debate. Well, it appears that the NDC is not too happy about the position of the IEA and how particularly they've handled this. They only came out to say that there's going to be a debate between presidents or between flag bearers of various political parties and, of course, the vice presidential candidates. The NDC say you can't go on this tangent without first informing. Of course, it's disrespectful.
And so these are some of the issues that we'll be discussing on the newspaper review segment of the show. Right.
So we are looking forward to more discussion, and you know that you are always welcome to join our discussions on Facebook. You can share your comments, your thoughts, and any addition, whatever it may be, on our Facebook, Instagram, and all our social media platforms. Many thanks to you once again. My name is ACHIAA, and I'm doing this with...
My name is Kokwalo Maso. The newspaper review segment coming up your way next.
All right, take care.
Month.
See you on the other side.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Man, and you may have good trouble, so they know we are here. Many of my 1 and see me try to escape to me, but to move. And it's a matching of how much you could be a musame. I don't want to tomami.com. And also, need a free classified website that will be Bia Pesa Utombia, say a car, TV, fridge, fan, computer, as a sequence of Pesa Utoma, tomami.com. It wouldn't win in one country. May any then I'm